Hey everybody, welcome back to the Above the Notches Outdoor Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Marvin. This is...
Who am I?
I question that a lot.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about our dream hunts. Hunts that we would do if money was no object.
Yeah,
And time.
That's the big one. Money is no object.
If it wasn't for money and the laws of physics, I'd be a porn star in
There you go.
Kansas.
There you go. Yeah. I remember it was the rule that your porn name would be the name of your pet and then the road that you used to live on or that you live on. And
Buster Rockwood.
Yours was like Baxter Rockwood or something
Buster
like that.
Rockwood.
Yeah. And I was like, what? That is...
Yours was better though.
What was mine?
Do you remember it?
It was...
I remember this very clearly.
Buddy Presidential?
Thumper Presidential.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thumper
Yeah.
Presidential.
Thumper Presidential, which is the best porn name I've ever heard. If I could go on any hunt, I think it would probably be a coastal blacktail deer hunt in either Oregon or Washington State.
And you were telling me that. And I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's not one of those ones that you hear about a lot.
Right.
I think Meat Eater and a few other shows or YouTube channels have brought more light onto it. But it's just in this type of country that it's almost similar to some areas around here, like, very thick softwood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And very hilly, and I don't know, just the way you hunt them is just so for me that
Yeah.
they make very weird sounds.
I'm not familiar. I know what they look like.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
They almost look like a cross between a whitetail and a mule deer.
Yeah.
I can't really talk about it more than that. It's
Something you want to do.
It's something I want to do, and I've watched videos on it for years. And it seems like one of those ones that's more attainable, because I think in some states it's not a tag you need to draw. I think you can get them over the counter. I don't have to wait 20 years to pull a fucking tag like I do for an elk or a mule deer. My dream was always to go elk hunting during the peak of the elk rut.
That's mine.
But it's so hard to get a tag.
Yeah.
If anybody knows easier ways how to get a tag, friggin' inbox us.
You showed me this one video that I think he was caribou hunting?
I think he was elk hunting. It was the hunting.
You're right, it was elk
the
hunting.
hunting public.
Yes, because of that fucking noise.
Actually,
that
I
they
will
make.
I will shout out that episode real quick.
Because it's awesome.
So the title is it's on the Hunting Public's channel. It's Wyoming Bull with a Bow. Crazy public land elk hunt.
Mm-hmm. What state was that?
That was Wyoming.
Wyoming.
But that is the best hunting video I've ever seen.
It's so good.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
The footage is perfect. The drama of it is perfect.
Yeah.
The execution of the shot is perfect. Their reaction after the thing goes down is perfect. They go nuts, just like you want. I mean, a couple episodes before this, we were talking about our pet peeves of...
If you don't feel like a little kid in a candy store after you get a hunt, to me, you shouldn't be hunting.
A couple podcast episodes ago, I said there's nothing I hate more than when somebody shoots something like, oh, cool, I shot something.
Yeah,
it's so boring.
Yeah.
And these guys, they shoot it and they see it go down and they just go nuts. And it's what hunting's all about to me.
Yeah, I agree. You sent that video to me and you're like, you want to do shit like that? That lit a light bulb in my head. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We can do this.
We can do something like that.
Will it be as polished as that? No. But
no. Are we going to miss? Are we going to have rough around the edges?
That's the fun part to me, though. Is it's like, fuck, I missed.
Yeah.
Because my brain goes content. Like what's funny content.
Well, I guess we can keep hunting. I missed.
Yeah. But I have a practical one that I really want to do. And I was talking with Mark about it, and I really would love to go deer hunting in northern New York.
We can do that this year.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
You know who else wants to do that?
Who?
Ben.
Of course. The thing that I've been warned that is difficult about that is everything is owned.
Yeah.
And so you have to get written permission from whoever it is.
If you're going to hunt on private property in New York. So we in the Northeast, I'm going to explain this real quick. We have a unique advantage over everybody else in the rest of the country. So any land, if it's not posted, if there's not physical posted signs on the trees on the edges of the property, or unless the landowner tells you to fuck off, you can hunt anywhere you want to. As long as it's, within the rules. You got to be a certain distance away from,
the roads,
houses, whatever. But if it's not posted and the landowner hasn't told you can't hunt there, you can hunt it, which is a unique advantage we have. And it makes hunting so much more enjoyable around here.
Yes.
Because you're not constantly having to look at your fucking phone to see if you've gone across a property boundary or not. You just go into the woods and you go until you see a posted sign.
Yeah.
But the thing about northern New York is, so I think it's Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine that are like that.
Yep.
That we have that amazing open land laws. And some people are going to think those are crazy, but they're the best thing in the world. If we didn't have them, I don't even know if I would hunt.
Yes.
Because it would become such a pain in the fucking ass to hunt.
See, that doesn't really affect me too much because I always hunted on two spots, just because one, I know the land,
right,
and two, I know the people that own the land, and I get permission from them to hunt them. And I actually really admire that I've been going with you a little bit more, because you've sort of you kind of opened my eyes to a lot of the sort of different possibilities you could have, and you've also made me more comfortable with that, because I remember that was a big deterring factor for me.
Right.
Was going on public land. Was I was so afraid I was so paranoid that I'm going to break some law,
right,
or something like that.
Unless it's a game warden or it's the guy that owns the property, if they tell you can't hunt it, you can tell them to bite it.
Yeah.
Anyway, northern New York is there's a lot of public there, which is what's great about northern New York. You've got the whole Adirondacks, which is all, for the most part, obviously there's little chunks that are privately owned, which you got to watch out for. It's millions and millions of acres that are open to hunting.
Yeah.
And it's the terrain's very similar to around here. We're kind of like northern Grafton,
Southern Coos.
So Southern Coos, northern Carroll County.
Yeah.
We're kind of like 3/4 of the way up the state, right in that general area.
Yeah.
Like White Mountains region. No, that's what's great about northern New York is there's a lot of public land opportunities.
I say fuck it, let's do it.
And their rifle season starts early.
Does it really?
It starts in like October.
Because that's what it threw me off last year. Was I was used to rifle season beginning that pretty early on in November. It was like pushed back a week.
Yeah. I think it was like November 7th or something this week.
And it's the same this year. This year it's the same thing. It's pushed back a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why did that happen? I'm not sure.
Pennsylvania is the same way. They actually have state game lands, which is actual public land that they've set aside that almost works like a state park.
Yeah.
But it's actually like, if you go on like Google Maps and type in state game lands while you're hovering over Pennsylvania, all of them will like pop up.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a ton of public land that you can hunt.
Yeah.
I think it gets hunted pretty hard.
I'd imagine.
Because it's like, the only open land in the state, because all the rest of it is privately owned. But
you also hunt Vermont.
I hunt Vermont. I hunt kind of like mid to northeastern Vermont. And I've been hunting in Vermont since 2021.
I've never gone.
And I've shot a deer there every year. So
yeah, I've never gone. I've never gone to Vermont once. I've only ever hunted in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And I would this year, because I live in Maine now, I really want to go and kind of explore in Maine a little bit. The thing that drives me nuts about Maine is on one of the days that I have off from my normal job is Sunday, and I can't hunt Sunday.
Yeah.
No one can.
Yeah, Maine, what are you doing?
That's so stupid.
I think it's the last state besides from Massachusetts and Pennsylvania to do that.
And it's like every time it's brought up for a vote, it gets shot down. I'm like, why? You're
I heard it has
so much money.
I heard it has something to do with the logging companies that own like half the state.
Okay.
I heard that, and I have no idea if this is true or not. This is just what I read or what I heard, is that increased traffic on a Sunday would make them want to shut down all their roads, which would just screw everybody.
But then because it's the same deal up here.
Yeah.
We got tons of that too. And,
no, I agree. Like up in Pittsburgh and stuff.
So I think it's just a bullshit excuse, and I always am like, the state is missing out on so much money.
Right.
because of that one rule, and it's really fucking
Well,
over.
it's one of the reasons
fucking
why,
over the working man, as you put it.
yeah, it's fucking over the working man, and it's weekend warriors, which is
Yeah.
a majority of the
Yeah.
the
hunting
people that buy licenses, I would say, are
people that
weekend
hunt.
warriors,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
guys that have like an hour or two after work.
Yep.
And go hunting on a weekday. But
Yep.
it's very rare you get people like me, which I'm fortunate enough. I have an okay job, but what my job allows me is I work third shift, so I can hunt every day anyway if I want to.
Yep. Same.
Depending on how much sleep I want or not.
Yep.
But I also have a month plus a week of vacation time,
which is more than I do. Yeah.
So I can take off the whole month of November if I want to.
Mm-hmm. Like I love opening my calendar and being like, okay, on this day I'm scheduled.
Right.
I penciled in time to do this. But I would love to go to Vermont and just hunt. I would love to go to Maine one Monday or Tuesday or whatever.
See, I've set aside some time that I'm probably going to hunt Maine.
Yeah.
This year.
Okay. A big part of it with me is I'm like, where the fuck do I go?
Woods.
You introduced me to an app that I need to really get into more.
Yeah, Onyx.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I need to grow a pair of balls.
Anybody that ever asks me for any advice about hunting, I'm just like, you just gotta hunt.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta go do it.
And now that we're doing this as a show, I'm like, you've got every excuse in the world now to go.
Right.
You get to write it off. You get to do everything.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing that this year, and I'm thinking about, hunting with my grandfather this year, 2025, hunting with my grandfather. He's 80-something years old. So it's going to be one of those cases where...
Does he have land?
No. Well, he does, but you can't hunt it because he's right by Bangor, the Bangor area. But he knows where he's going to go.
Yeah.
Because he hunts there all the time. Or he used to hunt there all the time. And I already know, since he's like 80, I think he's 82, what's going to end up happening is we're going to walk in there. It's pretty flat in there, which is going to help him. We're going to find a spot. We're going to sit. Not very entertaining.
No. That's the
for
way
an
a lot of
episode,
old timers hunt, though.
But
and it kills big deer, but...
That's the way how I hunt.
Yeah.
And it's partially because I'm lazy. I just see, okay, this is a pretty good spot. There's plenty of sign here. There's shit there. Sit.
Yeah, I just can't do it. The way I hunt is still hunting. Is classic, I walk a little bit, I follow the deer sign, don't get me wrong, if I find a spot that looks really promising, I'll sit there for a while.
Oh, I'm glad we sat during the muzzleloader season.
Yeah. Last year, me and him have an incredible track record together. We've hunted together twice. He shot a nice tom the first time we hunted together.
Yeah.
The second time we hunted together was muzzleloader season last year, and I shot a spike horn.
It was a nice spike buck.
I mean, it was a classic spike horn. I mean, it was one of those spots where it was a good spot. It's the back of a field.
Yeah.
We were just sitting there, and a spike horn came into the back of the field, and I grunted at him, and he looked right at us and walked right towards us, and he got to about, 50 yards. And
you grunted again.
I grunted again, and he stopped, and he looked at me, and I let him have it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I shot him the first time. I was shaking so bad. Yeah, I shake on spike horns, fuck you. I was shaking so bad that I don't even really know where I hit him, but I know I could tell by the way he ran off, I hit him.
Yes.
Relatively good.
Yeah.
And I walked into the woods, and there he was. I shot him again, and I ended him, but...
Well, I think that's a big difference between like us versus a lot of people that do stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. I hunt almost predominantly for meat. I want the food. I want to be able to eat it.
Right.
If it happens to be a trophy that walks in front of me,
so be it.
Awesome.
Right.
But if like a little spike buck walks out in front of me, chances are I'm going to take it.
There's a saying that I love. Dickie, who owns Corey's Sport Shop in Littleton, New Hampshire, he told me one time, if you shoot enough deer, eventually a few of them will be really good ones.
Well, yeah, it's a law.
Which is basically saying if a deer comes out, shoot it, and chances are, on the average, eventually a few of them are going to be nice deer.
Yeah. And I also look at it too as like when I go out and hunt, at most I'm going to have 2 full days, 1 half day to go in a row, right? So I kind of look at it as, well, don't be picky.
Yeah, I mean...
If you're going to be picky for the right reasons, which is why I'm picky during bear season. And one of the reasons why I'm in favor of baiting bears is because I like being able to watch them, because mothers will often hide their cubs.
Right.
And if you watch them for like a minute and a half, and the cubs haven't showed up, chances are they're by themselves. But usually within that stretch of time, which by the way feels like a fucking eternity.
Yeah. Not to cut you off, but it's the same reason why hunting bears with hounds, which is much more controversial, I know.
Yes, yeah.
But you can also do the same thing. You can be picky about what you shoot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
true.
If they tree a cub, you can be like, yeah, I'm not shooting that. I don't know anybody like personally that does it, but I have friends of friends that do it.
I certainly hear people do it.
And like I say, it's controversial. It's how people claim it's not real hunting, which I think is horseshit.
Yeah, I count it as hunting. Do I want to do it? No.
Right. Which I can totally understand that. You get the bear up in the tree, you look at the bear, and if it's not something you want to shoot, you say...
Back off. You back the fuck off.
You grab the dogs and you go find a different one. But,
you know, I never looked at it that way before.
Yeah. Since we're on dream hunts, down in... I know South Carolina you can do it. I think maybe a couple other states down there, they deer hunt with dogs. And it looks like a riot. If you ever watched how people rabbit hunt around here...
Yes.
It's like that with like 150-pound deer running around.
That sounds interesting.
And they do it with so they have these hounds that are you know trained to do it, and they chase the deer around. All the guys have buckshot shotguns.
Yeah.
So basically, the deer comes running through, and they just bang, 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 bang.
All I can think of is like bird hunting, but with fucking
it's
deer.
Pretty close to that. There's a channel on YouTube I love. It's called Bubba Roundtree Outdoors.
That is the greatest fucking
the most
title.
southern thing I've ever heard. And if you hear these guys talk, they are, you know...
They're very southern?
They're Confederates. There's a small Union soldier inside of me that wants to shoot at them when I watch their videos, but I'm like, you know what? These guys are all right.
You know what's fucking crazy? I know exactly what you're talking about.
I very much enjoy their content, but it looks like the most fun you can have hunting.
I think I would have fun partridge hunting. Partridge hunting? Bird hunting in general.
Bird hunting is a riot.
I would love to go duck hunting.
See, I might get into a buddy of mine's son, or stepson, I should say, is trying to get into it. I actually just sold him one of my shotguns.
Oh, okay.
So he can get into it.
Yeah.
And I might end up going with him some.
Because I've never done.
Neither have
hunting.
I. It's the only thing I've never done.
Yeah. And to me, it looks in the very least, I look at it and go, that's different.
Yeah.
That I might enjoy that. But I will never know unless I go.
Right.
That's how I'm looking at it. There's a guy that I know.
Which we're not in a great area for it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more Midwest where a lot of that bird hunting is very...
Yeah.
Because I think there's just more like flyways, like, you know, migratory paths out there.
And I know a guy, and it irks me, but when I hunt on his property, there's partridge fucking galore in that small brush of land. He will not let anyone partridge hunt on that land because he has a partridge he calls his little buddy, and that fucking partridge will come right up to you.
Yeah, some of them are like that.
Will run right up to you. Will like thump its chest really fast with its wings.
Yeah,
and then run away. Yeah, and it's a riot. I've seen him do it. I've walked out back there with him, and it'll run right up to the ATV he uses when he goes back there. It'll like run right up to it and try to fight it.
Sure.
And he called him his little buddy, and he just will not let anyone partridge hunt in fear
that they shoot that one.
They shoot that guy. I'm like, Jesus. I would love to try it. You know, worst comes to worst, I just don't like it. Right. You know, and I just don't go again.
And it's fast. I mean, you've got about, you've flushed partridge before.
Yeah.
You've got about 2 seconds maybe.
And every time I've done it, I've screamed like a little bitch. I won't lie. Going to northern New York, I think just would be a rocking experience. Like
I do too. I've never hunted outside of New Hampshire or Vermont.
Yeah.
But I've also never hunted outside of New England, which
yeah,
New York is technically outside
Northeast,
of New England.
but it's outside of New England.
The only thing that gives me pause on it is I've always wanted to kill a deer in every single New England state. And I've got 2 of those states down already. I just need to start on the other ones. The hardest ones will be Rhode Island and Connecticut.
I'm surprised you can even hunt in
Rhode
Island.
There's a lot more involved. You gotta...
Yeah. If you buy an out-of-state license for anything, they charge you a fucking arm and a leg.
Oh, yeah.
For it.
Vermont's not horrible, but...
New Hampshire's is bad.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we're talking...
I don't know how they justify it anyway, because it's not like the New Hampshire is a destination hunting state.
No, we're not. The thing is, because I haven't even bought my license yet because I've been budgeting for it. Normally, what I do with my license is I buy everything that I know I'm going to hunt right up front.
Right.
It's so goddamn expensive that I have to be like, no, I got to hold off on the tags.
I think my license in New Hampshire as a resident is about 140, 150.
And is that for all the bells
That's
and
for
whistles?
like everything.
Yeah.
Not everything, but
That
most everything.
is just for a regular hunting license if you're from out of state.
I think my Vermont license ends up being close to that.
Yeah.
Close to the same.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hair less.
Mm-hmm.
But what Vermont does is you get, so just like New Hampshire, if you buy like your standard hunting license,
Mm-hmm.
you get a deer tag.
Yes.
But in Vermont, you also get a bear tag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You get I think it's a week-long bear tag, and it's the first week of rifle season for deer. So basically,
okay.
you buy your tag, and that first week of rifle, if you see a deer or a bear, you can shoot it.
Now, you see, that gets my mouth watering.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking full advantage of New Hampshire's 2 bear tags this year. If I can get a Vermont one,
right,
I'll do it.
Sure.
Bear hunting's my thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the problem I have with ideas of being like, let's do this. It's finding the time, finding the money to do it, because I know for a fact that me personally, I'm going to go spring turkey.
Sure.
I know I'm going to do bear, and then I also know I'm going to do November rifle season for deer. If anything I add to that is just going to be bonus at that point. I have to really budget for it because now I'm an out-of-stater, and this is the area that I'm comfortable with and kind of know. But it's like, is it going to be worth it for me?
No, definitely. I get it.
And a big part of me is like, unless we do something big, like we go to New York or something like that, just getting a license for Vermont for if I just go there for 1 weekend or 2 weekends, to me, my brain goes, that's not worth it.
Right.
You want more time.
A week is enough time to get stuff figured out.
I might do it. I might be able to do it 2026.
Yeah. Vermont has a early muzzleloader season.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
Where you can draw a doe tag.
Yeah.
And you can shoot only a doe during that. I think it's 4 or 5 days. It's from like, I think it's October 30th to November 2nd this year. I could be wrong about that. New York's rifle season starts a week earlier before that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then on November 3rd,
mm-hmm.
Maine's rifle opens up.
That I know.
So what I'm thinking I might do is go to New York for a week.
What would the logistics be of bringing your bag, whatever you got, back to wherever?
It's actually more complicated than you even know. So certain states have laws that you can't bring like bones and some other stuff
over state lines
because of like EHD or chronic wasting disease or whatever it is.
Yep.
And so you got to bone your deer out or whatever the requirement is.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically you just got to buy a bunch of coolers and
go from there.
Keep the ice on it.
Yeah. And that's always something that's also deterred me, because it's like, is it worth the effort?
I think it would be, especially Northern New York. Northern New York's not far away.
Well, yeah, that's
we can leave. I've calculated it before.
Yeah.
We can leave here and shoot a deer in 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I believe it. But to me, Northern New York would be worth it, because to me, like, that's a good trip for us.
Right.
And that it's good experience, good content, good all that. A part of me would be like, oh, like some guy shot a caribou, and then its head is now mounted in his living room in New Hampshire, and I'm like, what were the logistics of that?
Yeah, I think when it's like a real far distance like that, I think what they do a lot is put it on dry ice and have it shipped back.
Yeah.
I've never been on a trip like that, but I would assume that's what happens.
Oh my God, I can't believe I haven't thought about this. What? Would you go boar hunting?
Wild boar hunting?
Yeah.
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 That looks like a lot of fun.
I would really love
that. That looks like a low stress, like just like, relaxing time.
Yeah.
Go sit in a blind somewhere.
Yeah.
Wait for them to come into the feeder or whatever they have out and just shoot one.
Yeah. It looks so much fun.
Yeah.
It really does.
Me and Dad were actually looking at a few places that I think it was like we did the math. We figured like between two people, like $2,000 to go down there and back,
mm-hmm.
and shoot a bunch of pigs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because I know Mark shot his 2 boars in Vermont.
Oh, that must have been at a high fence.
Maybe.
sort
I don't
of
know.
thing.
Like,
Yeah.
I know he got it in Vermont.
Yeah, I want to go to Texas and do it.
Texas is nuts.
Yeah.
I have 2 friends from Texas who tell me all the time that it is such an infestation.
Yeah. They
of
want you to
boars
come down there and shoot them.
And shoot them. Yeah, I would love to do that. I would love to try it. It's a matter of coughing up the money to do it. Christ, I've seen videos of people from helicopters fucking just picking them off one by one.
Full Vietnam down there trying to get rid of boars.
I wonder how different the meat would taste from a boar to
From like a normal pig?
yeah.
They say it's more like a wild game. Like, I don't believe you get bacon off of like a
Really?
wild boar.
Really?
Or it's like something completely different. It's not really like, the fatty, like,
Yeah.
it's more wild gamey. It's like venison than it is like a classic like pig you would buy at a store.
Because there's a part of me that goes, I don't eat much for pig. I don't eat much for
Yeah, I'm not a big
that.
pork guy either.
I'll eat it if somebody serves it on my
Right.
my desk and I'll eat it.
I can't stand ham. Always.
You know what's really funny?
I am a meat eater,
Yeah.
like through and through. My diet is high protein. I will eat any meat there is. I don't care. I will eat it. For some reason, like the classic ham steak, can't stand it. Hate it. Don't like it.
Honestly, I love them. That type of ham, I will eat. The type of ham that I don't like pork chops. I don't like that kind of stuff.
So a pork chop from like a regular plain Jane supermarket, I agree with you. Like 9 times out of 10 just sucks. I've had a pork chop from like a real like farm raised like local to around here pork chop before, and it's like a completely different thing.
Right. I've had good pork
It's
chops.
delicious.
I have. It's just not something I'd go out of my way to enjoy, which is another part of the reason why would you really want to go boar hunting,
I think you'd find it's different enough that you wouldn't mind it.
Well, I'd want to try it.
Right.
I wouldn't know until I try it. And we kind of talked about this on the last episode too. You don't know if you're going to like how it tastes until you try it. So fuck it. Go ahead and try it.
If you find you don't like the steaks, just grind it.
I know, right?
All hamburger tastes the same for the most part.
With a bear, it's like I ground up 95% of the meat.
I mean, that's what some people do. They shoot a bear and they just throw it all in the grinder.
That's pretty much what I do.
I did that on one of the bears I shot. I had my butcher do that.
I found that if you make sausage and you cut it 2/3 bear meat, 1/3 ground pork,
Sure.
and you put your seasoning in and you let it sit for a few hours, and then you cook that up, some of the best sausage I have ever fucking had is that combination. But yeah, most of the bear I just fucking ground up. Worst comes to worst, I do that with a pig.
Bear meat is also very good in a roast too, because there's something about bear meat, it really sucks the moisture up, I find.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet.
It's very good.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you hit that internal temperature so you don't get the
100
trigonosis.
I go to 165 degrees. I think the real temperature is 160.
Yeah.
I go to 165.
I forget what it is, but
I'd love to try it. And especially since this year, I've always wanted to do the 2 bear tags because it's been a dream of mine to just do it. And now we're finally able to do it. I want to take advantage of that. And so maybe if I get 2 bears, 1 bear I will just grind up like I normally do, like I did for my bear last year. And 1 bear I will say, you know what, let's cut it up.
sure.
Let's actually cut it up and do all that. It also might depend on what type of bear it is. If I get 2 smaller bears, sure, maybe 1 bear I'd be willing to sort of butcher up and properly and do all that. If it's a bigger bear, I think I'm just going to ground it up.
Yeah.
Because big bear, my reputation with bigger bear and big bear meat, it tends to not be as good as the smaller one.
This one right here is the biggest one I've ever shot.
How big was it?
164.
It's nice. Yeah.
I shot that one during muzzleloader season for deer.
Yep.
I was doing a deer drive and bear popped up.
He just popped up? Yeah.
He popped up and I was like, oh. And that one was 164. That was a sow.
What'd you do with the meat on it?
That one, I believe, is the one that I ground up completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good. My freezer shit the bed, so I lost a bunch of it. But
That sucks.
yeah.
Last week, I made a spaghetti dinner using bear meat.
Always good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
Do you have any overseas dream hunts? Like if you could go overseas and shoot
I
something.
always wanted to hunt a panda. No.
This thing tastes like bamboo. It sucks.
I would love to go to South Africa and hunt like an antelope.
Yeah, one of those like
One of
gemsbok
those
or whatever
deers,
they
yeah.
call.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The thing that fascinates me is, I think they have them in New Zealand. They might have them in South America too. It's red stag.
Oh, that's like elitist.
It's basically like
Big elk.
an elk, a foreign elk.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it seems like they kind of act like, you know, the North American elk, but they're, you know, different.
Yeah.
And they make crazy vocalizations.
I know. I've heard them.
Yeah.
They're almost intimidating,
Oh yeah, they
and they're so majestic. It's almost intimidating, particularly the stags.
yeah. If one of those things wanted to fuck you up, it could.
The thing that drives me nuts about the stag hunting is like if you go to like Britain, which is where you can hunt a lot of that, or Ireland. Or,
Oh yeah, they have red stag in Europe too.
yeah. They hunt so radically different.
It's crazy. Have you ever watched any of the videos on it?
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I think it's a lot of it's driven hunts where
Yes.
they push everything with dogs
Yes.
and they get standers in these stands and basically the animals run through and they shoot them as they
Yeah.
run through.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
I would love it, especially like the boar hunts over there are the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that I don't like is you don't, as far as I know, I could be super wrong about this. It doesn't seem like you get to keep your harvest. So
Yeah.
basically everybody shoots whatever they shoot. And then at the end of the day, they have a huge game feast where you eat everything that everybody
'Cause
shot.
you can't.
But you don't actually bring like the animal home with you, which
Which, I mean-
would bother me.
You know, if I was with a bunch of friends and we said, you know what, now we eat like kings.
Right.
I imagine we could make something fun out of that.
Yeah,
But
sure.
at the same time, I'd be like, I feel
But
like I'm wasting
think-
so much of
I
it.
think some of the animal goes to like local shops.
Yes.
Though. There's laws in the States against wild game meat being put on a restaurant's
Yeah. Yeah.
menu. There isn't over there because I
Excuse me.
think you can go into restaurants over there and order like, hey, I want some venison, and they'll
Well,
give you
it
some.
makes to me it makes sense why you can't put wild game in
Sure,
in
then,
at a restaurant.
then it becomes you're hunting for money.
Well, it's not just that. It's also you can't regulate what kind of meat you're putting in there.
Sure.
And so you could be putting the worst meat
Yeah.
in there and people are just going to eat it and you shouldn't be eating it.
It's really the only thing overseas.
You want to know why
I
I
think of.
picked South Africa though? I want to go to Rorke's Drift where the Battle of Zulu happened.
Yeah.
And I want to go to
Classic.
Zandawana. I want to go to all of those. And I'll turn it into a hunting trip
Hey,
in the process.
You could also go to where those Savo tigers were.
Fuck yes. I would love to go to where those Savo tigers.
Shout out to Ghost in the Darkness, one of the best movies ever.
Yes. Michael Douglas was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the professional hunter that came in and got his ass ate.
And got
Oh,
yeah.
and topic we have to hit: hunting movies. Which ones we love and which ones
Oh,
we
we
hate.
have to do that one. Yeah. You know, I don't think I've seen that many. I've seen a lot of man versus
Have
nature
you seen
films,
Jeremiah
but
Johnson?
That's my all-time favorite one.
It's the best one.
Yeah. The fucking bear scene.
There's so they had Steve Rinella from Meat Eater. They had him on one of, I can't remember if it was GQ or one of those things where they like bring in a professional
Yeah.
to like watch something and give his thoughts on it.
Yes.
And they had him look at a bunch of hunting videos and they were looking at Jeremiah Johnson, and there's a scene where Jeremiah gets behind his horse and he walks up on this elk behind his horse, and then he creeps over the saddle and he shoots the elk, and he's like, animals were harmed in the making of this movie, because like it's very clear that this was an elk really getting shot.
Yeah. And I'm okay with it because I actually know the story about that. They use the meat and everything.
Yeah,
As long as they use what they shoot, I don't care.
exactly.
The thing with Jeremiah Johnson is it's pretty accurate because it was written by a guy named John Milius. And if you know anything about John Milius, he also directed Red Dawn. That should show you
Sure.
what type of man he is. He's a gun nut. He is very particular with the gun needs to be absolutely 100% authentic and
Hawken.
accurate.
Hawken rifles, that's all they used.
Yeah. Jeremiah Johnson is, to me, his best written film because it's so the detail
Yeah.
and it's done through no dialogue.
The thing about a lot of hunting is so, well, it's not really niche, but it's one of those things where if you're a hunter like me, if you're bullshitting, I can see it immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like the only other thing I can compare it to is like a movie about racing or like NASCAR racing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lifetime NASCAR fan. I can tell immediately if what you're doing is horseshit or not. Classic example in the movie Talladega Nights, which was made to be a comedy, I know that.
Yes. Yeah.
But there's a scene where they're racing at Daytona and he downshifts to pass somebody. You don't downshift at Daytona once you're in fourth gear because you're going so fast. If you downshift at that speed, you blow your motor. It's little stuff like that in hunting movies that will ruin it or make it for me. A classic case of a movie that ruined a hunting scene is the one of the French and Indian War.
Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans, there's that hunting scene in the beginning of the movie where they're trying to kill that buck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not... So, Last of the Mohicans takes place in northern New York.
I thought it was Vermont.
Northern New York / Vermont.
Okay.
It's that whole area around the Champlain Valley.
Yes.
The only thing that would be there back then is a white-tailed deer.
Mm-hmm.
And this deer that they're trying to kill is like some stag from Europe.
Yeah, because it looked better on film.
Because it looked better on film.
Yes. That's a lot of justification for movie making is it looks better.
And like, why not just have a giant whitetail? A giant whitetail would look cool too.
Well, the other thing with Last of the Mohicans that always makes me laugh is they try to make these hills look like they're from New England, and I'm like, they're clearly from Georgia.
I think it was Georgia and North Carolina they filmed it.
Yeah, they filmed it in Georgia because there's a lot of tax breaks you can do in Georgia, and there's a lot of untapped land, and it's perfect for movies
and
like
it's
that.
still the Appalachians. It's just you look at it, you're like, that's way too steep.
Yeah, that's not.
That's awful tall to be from around here.
Yeah, good movie though. I still love the movie. Marvin, you don't really have anything to pimp out because you're a hermit. You don't want anyone to
go hunt people.
Go hunt people.
Yeah,
just go hunt people. All of our social media is in the description below. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Happy hunting.